is the king of the Minecraft animal kingdom? Could it be the burly elephant or perhaps the scary tiger? Stay on the edge of your seat as these animals duke it out in today's Minecraft battle tournament. Now don't go anywhere, as we're just in time to catch the first battle, the Komodo dragon versus the grizzly bear. Hello everybody and welcome into another edition of Minecraft Battle. The match starts and they both attack each other at midfield, the grizzly bear taking on some damage from the Komodo dragon. Looks like the Komodo dragon is taking some damage too as one of them gets knocked out. The grizzly bear also getting those claws in there, and they got one more Komodo dragon left and that's it. Very quick end of the match as the grizzly bear gets the victory.
Yeah, John, that happened fast out of nowhere. They were just attacking each other, and the grizzly bear's claws were the better match.
So the grizzly bear moves on to the semifinals where he awaits the winner of our next matchup in the quarterfinals, the badger versus the tiger. Ken, what can you tell us about the badger?
Badgers are neutral mobs that spawn in many vegetated biomes. Badgers come in 3 different variants, and they will not attack players unless provoked, and when undisturbed, will wander around aimlessly and avoid any natural hazards such as high cliffs or lava. However, if they are provoked by a player or another mob, they will start digging into the ground, throwing chunks of dirt that deal damage and momentarily inflict blindness.
Very interesting there, Ken. Tell us a little bit about the tiger.
John, tigers can be found in bamboo jungle biomes. They will attack by suddenly jumping towards the player at speed, causing the victim to be inflicted with the scared still effect before attacking with their claws. Before attacking, their eyes will turn to the color of red. So you gotta watch for that hard charge and then their claws. Their claws are the main way they inflict damage.
Yeah, great points there indeed, Ken, for the badger and the tiger. Before we get to that matchup, we'd like to thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button so you don't miss out on any future tournaments, and leave a comment below and let us know your favorite mob and your favorite tournament or matchup so far. As we take one last look at the tiger there, looks like he has awoken from that nap he was in there on the podium. And we also take a look at the brackets there. We got some exciting matchups coming up. And we get ready for our opening matchup, the badger versus the tiger.
I'm really excited for this tiger here, John. I want to see what he does.
And the match starts as the tiger leaps forward like you said he was going to do, Ken, and put some big damage there on the badger. The badger is just, all of them are in the middle now as the 2 tigers are just having their way with them. The badgers are trying to inflict some damage, but not really much going on there as the tigers are just going away with those claws and their big leaps. As yeah, you said those eyes turn red, Ken. That's scary looking as they take down the final badger and get the victory. Man, those tigers are aggressive.
Yeah, John, you know, the tigers just did what I thought they would do. They leapt, they charged forward, and they used those claws to their advantage to get the win.
So the tiger moves on to the semifinals where he will take on the grizzly bear as we move to the other side of the bracket for our next quarterfinal matchup between the elephant and the emu. Ken, what can you tell us about the elephant?
Elephants are neutral mobs that can be found in savanna biomes. Elephants will fight back if the player attacks one and will attack by goring their victim with their tusks. They can additionally charge at the target as well. I would say you gotta watch out for that charge just given the size of the elephant.
Yeah, great point, Ken. How about the emu? What can you tell us about them?
Emus are neutral mobs that can be found in badlands and savanna biomes as well. Emus will either fight back or run away if the player attacks one and will attack by using their claws to deal damage. If one member of the flock is attacked, then the rest of them will either attack or run away too. Emus will also attack any mob that is always normally holding a bow or crossbow, which includes skeletons and pillagers. But they don't have to worry about those today. They're gonna have to worry about using those claws and then dispersing to their advantage. I think they might come away with a big victory here, John, just because they disperse so well and they use those claws to their advantage.
Great analysis as always, Ken, and before we get down to the start of the match, as we head down to the field getting ready for this matchup, it's the elephant versus the emu. And the match starts as the elephant takes charge there. He takes some heavy damage from the emus though as they get a quick attack in and then they do disperse, Ken. But the elephant does take out one emu as he goes and looks for another one as he attacks. Now the emus are coming back, and they're attacking again, and then they disperse. I like the hit and run action here by the emus.
Yeah, John, the emus are dispersing very well. They're attacking and putting some heavy damage on that elephant.
Yes, there they go. They knock him right down, and the emus win. Great win by them. Great strategy as well.
Yeah, the strategy was awesome, John. They hit and ran, and they dispersed when they needed to, so they didn't take on heavy damage. I love it.
So the emu moves on to the semifinals, where he awaits the winner of our next matchup between the gorilla and the moose. Ken, what can you tell us about the gorilla?
Gorillas are neutral mobs that can be found in jungle biomes. Gorillas will spawn in groups. Each group is led by a silverback gorilla. Silverback gorillas may occasionally pound their chest. Gorillas will fight back if the player attacks one and will attack by punching the target with their strong fists. Silverback gorillas can deal more damage than standard ones. Baby gorillas may ride on the back of an adult, but the power in those fists is what you gotta watch out for, John.
Yeah, Ken, I wouldn't want to take a punch from the gorilla. Tell us, what can the moose do, and tell us a little bit about the moose.
Well, a moose will fight back if the player attacks one and will attack by charging towards their target, which can deal massive amounts of damage just because of those big antlers they have. Moose with antlers will also fight themselves, although this usually doesn't involve death. They just get a little agitated with each other. I don't think they'll have to worry about that, as they have more to worry about with the gorilla. If they can use those antlers and put their head down and charge and get some damage on the gorilla, maybe they can avoid some fists, but they're probably going to have to take some of those punches to get in there.
Yes, indeed, Ken, as we take a look at the moose there, standing all stoic, ready for this battle against the gorilla. It's really behemoth versus behemoth. I like this kind of matchup.
Here we go, baby. Here we go. Two behemoths getting ready to get it on.
As we take a look at both, looks like they're going to go 5 gorillas versus 5 moose. This is going to be a good one, even matchup. And the match starts as they both charge after each other. The moose charge in there, though, get some good damage in on the gorillas. And the gorillas are swinging their arms, trying to put some damage on the moose, as it looks like it's going to be one-on-one here, as they're all in the middle, kind of. And there goes a couple of gorillas down and a couple of moose as well. Now there's 2 gorilla versus 2 moose here. Let's see how this goes down. And the gorilla gets the win. Those fists of fury were just too much for the moose to handle.
Yeah, John, those fists are so powerful from the gorilla. They really got in good on the moose there.
So the gorilla moves on to the semifinals, where he takes on the emu. But now we go over to the other side of the bracket for our first semifinal matchup between the tiger and the grizzly bear. Ken, how do you see this one playing out?
Well, John, the tiger was very dominant against the badger as he leapt forward and then used those claws to inflict that pain. You know, it's going to be a matter of whose claws are better here, right? Is it going to be the tiger's or is it going to be the bear's? Because the bear was very dominant as well, the grizzly bear, that is. So, you know, it's going to be awesome. I can't wait for this one. I like the tiger, though. I really do. But the grizzly bear is no slouch either.
So you like the tiger, I'm assuming, for the speed and that leaping power, but what about the grizzly bear if he uses that power forward and attacks the player that way with rearing up its head and then using those claws? You know, that's double damage that he can inflict.
Yeah, that's a good point, John, and that's why, you know, it's just so close. But yes, I do love the speed and that leaping power of the tiger to avoid that bear, that grizzly bear, putting that head down and getting damaged that way. So this is an interesting matchup. I wish it was the finals, because these are the 2 best, I think, here so far. The gorilla, though, is one of the favorites, too. It's too close to call for a favorite for me.
Yeah, as we take a look at the grizzly bear there, he takes a seat looking across at the tiger. You know, I don't know if that's kind of an intimidation tactic, like, yeah, I got this, no big deal, what do you got? But in any event, interesting there as we head down to the field getting ready for this matchup between the tiger and the grizzly bear. Looks like it's going to be 5 grizzly bear versus 6 tigers, so we'll see how that plays out here as well as we get ready for the start of this match. And here we go, the bell rings and the tigers attack and leap, and they get some good damage there on the grizzly bear. The grizzly bears, though, are pulling. He's got one of those guys has had one tiger putting some good damage on that one as one tiger goes, another tiger goes, and there's 2-on-2 now. 2 grizzly bears versus 2 tigers, now 1 tiger left. The grizzly bear over there has him by the neck and gets him for the win. Grizzly bear with a great win and heads on to the finals.
Yeah, John, that was quick. The grizzly bears just got in there and they got a hold of those tigers and gave some good swipes with those claws. Great win by the grizzly bears.
The grizzly bear moves on to the finals where he awaits the winner of our next semifinal matchup. It's the gorilla versus the emu. Ken, talk to us about this one. How do you see this match playing out?
Well, you gotta think that the gorilla is the favorite here just because of the brute power we saw him display with those fists. Those fists against the moose were just terrifying and just completely dominated the moose. But the emu has the best strategy of all these mobs here today, I think. They can disperse, and they will disperse, so it's gonna be hard for the gorilla to attack all of those emus and try to get some damage in. I think the emus can hit and run like they did before in their match against the elephant, although the gorilla is faster than the elephant. So we're gonna have to see how this plays out. I do like the emu, but the gorilla is so powerful. This one's another one. It's conflicting powers against each other. So, it's power versus finesse, I think here.
Yes, indeed there, Ken. I like that analysis of these two as well. Before we get down to the match, let's take another chance to thank all of you for watching. And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future tournaments. And also leave us a comment in the comments section below and let us know your favorite tournament so far, or your favorite mob, or your favorite matchup.
Yeah, John, I gotta tell you, I like those mutants that we saw the other day in the tournament. I'd like to see some of these mobs here, these animal mobs, against some of those mutant mobs. That'd be a good one to see.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see a bunch of different mobs face off against each other in the future very soon. As we head down to the field and get ready for this matchup, it's the gorilla versus the emu. The match is underway here, and the gorilla is slowly attacking, and now he attacks the emus as they charge in at him, and now they disperse. One emu is down, however. There is one gorilla against many emus here, so let's see what happens. The gorilla doesn't know where to attack, so he picks one, he attacks it, and puts some damage on him, and that one is gone. And now the other emu is getting him from behind as the gorilla doesn't have a chance to turn around. There's 2 behind him, now 3 behind him, and now they all come and put some big damage there on the gorilla. I love the strategy by the emu. They're dispersing, and they're getting in some good damage, and then they're hitting and running.
The emus are doing exactly what we thought they would do. They're dispersing, they're getting good damage there. The gorilla doesn't know what to do there.
Yeah, hit and run is the name of the game here by the emu. The gorilla is putting on some damage though, but he's got to pick another one as he deletes another one out of there. Let's see if the emus can hang on here, and they take down the gorilla for the win. Unbelievable. Great strategy by the emu. They just dispersed and kept away, and they kind of went one-on-one with the gorilla and got the win.
Yeah, John, that strategy worked out for them, and they move on to the finals.
So the next matchup is the finals for the tournament championship, and it'll be the emu versus the grizzly bear. Ken, how do you see this unfolding?
I really think that the emu has the upper hand. The grizzly bear had some advantage as far as the strength and those claws, and he put his head down. Now I believe they had 5 out there last time. Now if they can get more, that's great, but the emus are gonna have more like 10 out there. So if they disperse like they just did, it's gonna be a hard time for the grizzly bear to go and attack each one. Now, the grizzly bear can disperse, and I do like one grizzly bear against at least 3 emus. So let's see how it unfolds. I expect the emu to do exactly what they've been doing all tournament long.
Yeah, the strategy really is into the advantage of the emus, but the grizzly bear is a very fierce competitor as he's awaiting there on his pedestal, taking a seat, relaxing, trying to get ready for this matchup. I think the grizzly bear is going to have to hit hard and hit hard often and just go after each one of those emus, even though they are going to disperse. They're going to have to act quickly if they want to come away with the championship trophy.
Yeah, let's see if the grizzly bear took some notes when he watched that semifinal matchup between the emu and the gorilla.
Yeah, as we head down to the field and get ready for this matchup, it's the championship finals. It's the emu versus the grizzly bear. And the match is underway. The bears attack and the emus come in together as well, and now they disperse, and the grizzly bears are trying to search now. It's 2 grizzly bears for looks like 8 emus out there, so let's see what happens. 1 emu goes down. Now the grizzly bears are moving fast, and they're trying to charge at those emus. Great strategy there by the grizzly bears to get those emus on the run. They're chasing after them, and there goes some more emus down. The grizzly bears are putting some great damage there on the emus.
Yeah, John, the dispersion is working, but it's not working too well because the grizzly bears are just running after them with brute power.
Yeah, the emus now went into the middle and gathered a little bit to try some different strategy, but they're not really getting into any good damage there on the grizzly bear, as there's 1 left, it looks like, for the emus. 1 grizzly bear goes down now. The tables might have turned. It's 1-on-1 here at the end, and the grizzly bear gets the last swipe, and the championship victory goes to the grizzly bear. Great effort there by the emus there at the end.
Yeah, John, what a great championship matchup. The emus did not give up at the end at all. They kept fighting till the end, but the grizzly bear was just so much more dominant as he put on the display here today.
Great tournament here today as we take one last look at the grizzly bear getting ready to accept his championship trophy with the fireworks going off. What a great crowd we had here today as well.
Yeah, John, we couldn't have asked for a better day of Minecraft battles.
So that'll do it. For my partner Ken Long, I'm John Willer, and this has been Minecraft Battles.